My name is Jacob Clark and I am 8.5 years old. When I cut myself, it doesn't stop bleeding and it keeps going on, and then it gets all lumpy inside me, and when I walk and touch stuff it really hurts. I started a clinical trial, so I have injections once a week now, and I don't have as much factor as I used to. I just have probably a quarter of a teaspoon.
My name's Jane Kennedy and I live in a little village outside of St Neots in Cambridgeshire. I've got anaphylaxis allergies, which are life-threatening, serious allergies, and can be fatal. So there's bee stings, there's contact sensitivity to sequins and latex, micropore, all sorts of different things. Probably about a good 11 years ago now, I had a very bad asthma attacks and stroke, almost anaphylactic. So I had to use my EpiPen during thunderstorms. And eventually my doctor sent me to an immunologist in Addenbrooke's, I call her my immunologist, I've been there so many times. And they'd got spores that were collected from the thunder called Alternaria and Cladosporium. I've remembered the names, I don't quite know what I mean. And she skin pricked me and basically they came up like a balloon. My arm came up like a balloon, so I'm allergic to thunder and the spores that are carried in it.
My name's Andrew Bustin. I wear a MedicAlert bracelet because I suffered with epilepsy many years ago and I'm allergic to penicillin.
Hi, I'm Charlotte G. About 7 years ago, I was diagnosed with Addison's disease, which is a really rare disease. It's several hundred times less common than diabetes, where the adrenal glands, they sit on top of the kidneys, they cease to function and they stop producing the hormones that are essential for life. And so for this reason, I have to take tablets to replace these hormones. I take tablets several times a day and have to for the rest of my life. At diagnosis, I was training for an Ironman triathlon. I've always enjoyed endurance sports, but I wasn't well enough to finish this Ironman, to start it even, or even to do any sports for several years after diagnosis. But I was determined to get back to sport, health and fitness if I could.
My name's Hannah and I am 11. I'm allergic to nuts. My throat goes red and I have like a rash on my throat, and then my throat closes and then I can't breathe. I've got this EpiPen, and if you put it into my thigh and you inject it, it like makes me breathe again. So when I found out I was allergic to nuts, we went out to a restaurant and I went straight to the bar and I was like, does this have nuts in? I just wanted to be on the safe side.
I'm Lucy, I'm 21. I'm at university in Farnham. I do textiles. I have a condition called diamond black fan anemia, which basically means I don't produce any red blood cells at all, and I'm transfusion dependent, and I have transfusions every 3 weeks since I was about 3 months old.
Hello, my name's Peter. I've suffered from epilepsy since childhood. That gradually developed until I was a teenager, when I was having serious problems with the epilepsy. And it was during that period that I was enrolled with MedicAlert.
The reason I turned to MedicAlert was because a nurse advised me to get one. I'd had surgery, and during surgery, major surgery, I had a cardiac arrest, which was due to an opiate, which obviously at the time nobody realised. So I was in intensive care for quite a while, off work for about 8 months. Hence that's why I decided, yes, with other numerous health issues I've got, I'd get a MedicAlert. And it has been a lifesaver. Bracelet I've had for 20 odd years, and probably the watch I've had maybe for 3 or 4 years now. Mainly because I'm due to morphine as well, and I think if a first responder came up to me, or ambulance, and they decided that they were going to give me morphine, which is 9 times out of 10 what they would do, I want one of my wrists to be seen saying that I can't have morphine.
I've got this necklace and it's got all the conditions on and what I'm allergic to. If you're having a panic or something, they normally look on your neck or on your wrist because you could find out something that you're allergic to.
My family are really reassured that I have it, because obviously if I'm rushed into hospital, they know that somewhere along the line somebody has the details of me. Indeed, they have my doctor's details, so they can get back quicker. I'm really proud to wear it. I'm happy to wear it. It doesn't interfere with my life whatsoever. It's there. I wear that and another necklace that I've worn since my son was born, and I'm not ashamed to have a MedicAlert necklace around my neck. One of my colleagues at work used to wear a bracelet. I never knew what her medical conditions were. I didn't need to know, but I knew that if she was ever involved in an accident, the medical profession would know what her problems were. And that's the important thing. That when you wear a bracelet, they're turned over so you can't see on the back of them. My necklace is not even seen by most people, but the medical profession know about it and they know it's there.
I wear my bracelet if I go out on a school trip and hurt myself and the teachers don't know what to do. I can show them this bracelet and I flip it over and it says I'm not allowed aspirin, I have haemophilia, being the MedicAlert phone number to call up. Mummy thinks it looks really cool.
As I learned to control my disease, my training distances increased until I could happily run for several hours, or maybe go out and ride for 100 miles, or perhaps swim for a few miles, if that's what I wanted to do on any given day. However, I can honestly say I wouldn't have had the courage to do these things if I hadn't been wearing my MedicAlert jewellery. I wear it all the time. I'm never without it. I know how rapidly I can become unwell, and it gives me reassurance, peace of mind, and also importantly, it reassures my husband as well.
Don't do any sports at all, but I do go on nights out with my friends quite a lot, which is where I wear my MedicAlert jewellery mostly. And I always say to them, if ever I collapse or anything happens, I just direct them straight to the bracelet, say just point this out to paramedics, and puts my mind at ease. I found out about MedicAlert from a friend who has a very severe nut allergy, and she said, I have my jewellery on me all the time, maybe you should get one. And I got one. So I've had it for about 2 years now. My mum is actually the one that pays for my subscription, because she says it's an absolute must. I must wear it at all times, and when I forget she gets really annoyed, because for her it's the difference between, it could save my life one day, potentially. It's engraved on it. It says diamond black fan anemia, blood transfusion dependent, and it says I'm O positive, and then my number to call for details. So that's basically what you'd need to know if something happened, or that I need blood ASAP.
I think it's given me the knowledge, comfort of knowing that if I have a seizure or become ill in any way whatsoever, somebody is going to become aware of the fact that I do suffer from epilepsy, diabetes, I need medication, and they can act accordingly. That's my bracelet.
Well, when Jacob wears his MedicAlert, it gives me peace of mind when he's away from me. At the moment I do Jacob's treatment, but if I wasn't around when he's at a school trip, or if he's at his swimming club or his martial arts club, it means that the leaders there have access to Jacob's medical details should there be an emergency and I'm not around. It just, in the unlikely events that there could be a medical emergency, this MedicAlert is just a phone call away so that Jacob can get the treatment that he needs, and the special factor which either I have at home or his haemophilia hospital have.
It makes me feel safe and understand how I'm protected, and I know everything that's going to happen. And that means just everybody will know if I'm out with my friends. So if I do have a problem, they can just call my mum and she'll be alright, because then she'll have contact. It just makes me feel, or then knowing, it just makes me feel 10 times better when I'm allergic to nuts.
And it's reassuring, it makes me feel safe, definitely. And who knows, I might get a necklace next time. I don't know. I might, yeah.
I wouldn't be without it. I was reluctant to wear it at first. I have memories of MedicAlert jewellery being a thick, chunky chain with a huge medallion disc, and I really wasn't prepared to be labelled as a medical liability wearing anything like that until I looked at the MedicAlert catalogue. And then my next question was, how many bracelets can I order? And now I have quite a collection. And it's really the only jewellery I wear, and I love it. It's enabled me to go for my sporting goals, and it's also enabled me to achieve some of them as well.
You know, I've never been held back. I just had the comfort of knowing that other people will find out if necessary. It's just been a source of comfort, and like I say, I think my parents appreciated it as well. It provided them with a degree of comfort. I have worn a bracelet 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for since I was about 15. I would advocate it to anybody who has a medical condition which affects their ability to communicate.
I haven't needed to rely on it so far, and I'm hoping I never have to, but it's good to know it's there, just in case. I think it's definitely a great thing to have, because like with me, it's completely invisible. You'd never be able to tell that I have a disability, and that I do suffer from spells of chronic fatigue as well, so it could help in that aspect. And I think anyone, because often illnesses are hidden, and it could save your life.
It has actually saved my life. I was taken into hospital urgently. The doctor wanted to pump penicillin into me, but the nurse said, no, don't. Saw the bracelet or the necklace, and they didn't put the penicillin into me. So if they had done, who knows what would have happened. But so hopefully that was a way of saving my life. I would recommend MedicAlert to anybody who has any medical condition at all. It's a way of warning immediately the emergency services of what they've got in front of them. Yes, they can deal with it, but if they know about it, it's a lot quicker.
I'm Lorna, I'm a registered nurse and I'm the medical team leader within the customer service team at MedicAlert. Within the customer service team at MedicAlert, we have customer service advisors and a team of nurses as well to support our many members across the UK and Ireland. We help you prioritise the information for your record, we help you choose suitable products for your lifestyle. We are available by telephone, email, post, and we support our members with updating their record, processing their orders, and our team of nurses are there to help you prioritise the information for your jewellery and for your record to make sure that it helps you when you can't speak for yourself. I mean, the record that we put together for our members, it's as individual as they are, so there's really no limitations on what we can hold. It's really about the information that they want us to convey in an emergency. You really don't even need to have a medical condition to have a MedicAlert, so it's really for anybody. Anybody can have one. The logo that we have on the front of our jewellery, it is a widely recognised medical symbol. It's a Greek medical symbol, so it's recognised anywhere in the world. The emergency telephone number is available 24/7, so we can help you wherever you are in the world, no matter what time of day it is and what language it needs to be in, because we can translate in over 100 different languages.